need you to clap your hands wherever you are. If you know that you're a conqueror, I want you to say this with me. I am a conqueror. I walk by faith and not by sight. Deep within me, I strive to do right. I'm not ashamed.
Welcome back to the Reflection Show. I'm Ramsey Rizard, your host, and I'm so excited to have you guys tuning in right now because we're here at the International Film and Music Festival. But I got a very interesting person to my left that is sitting down next to me. Yeah, he is a hot topic, and he's in the hot seat. I have the one and only Lamont Blackshire, aka Spec. We got Spec in the building. Spec, what's up, man?
All is well, bro. All is well. Happy to be here, bro.
Man, you should be happy. I mean, they say fly brothers, the flyest brothers, the coolest brother to be hanging out with, man. Is that true?
This guy. Yeah. I'm hanging out with one cool fly brother that has his own TV show.
Come on,
when I grow
man.
up, I'm gonna be like this, man.
Listen, no, when I grow up, I want to be like you, but hopefully my hair grow a little bit faster. Yo, Spec, it's good to have you on the Reflection Show, man.
Yeah, man.
It's all about impacting, influencing, and inspiring other people using this platform. And we live in a society today where a lot of people are dealing with mental health. There's not enough positivity, individuals out there to help inspire people to be better. For you to have a successful career and to be where you are, especially at a very young age, give me a little bit of background of who you are and how did you get to where you are today?
Okay, so straight out of high school, I got an internship with Tupac's producer.
Right.
So, and his name is Digital D, but he worked with everybody, Tupac, Digital Underground. I was able to work with 50 Cent, Jay-Z, Lil Flip. Like, I had a big career. I'm from Northern Cali, so I was able to settle into a record company called Black Market Records.
Right.
And I was, producing for Keek the Sneak, E40, all the Bay Area dudes.
Wow. Oh, yo, I love the Bay Area.
Yeah,
I'm always in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
I'm in Cali at least 4 times a year.
Yeah. Are you from?
I kid you not, in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
When I get down on Telegraph Avenue,
come on, man.
Come on, man. In the backyard, man.
Come on, man.
Keep going.
But you're good, man. So, I was producing all the hot gangster stuff at that time.
Yeah.
The biggest selling gangster stuff, and then for some other artists through other projects, and it was cool.
Yeah.
But God put an end to all that. At one point, my life started getting crazy. He was like, "No more. Your gift is mine."
Wow.
And I was like, well, okay, God, but how am I supposed to make a living?
Yo, you know what's so real about that?
Yeah.
Because when that happens to other people, that's that moment of stuttering and figuring out like, like, did you just lease me this gift?
Yeah.
That's powerful, bro.
So you figure out, wow, this gift is not mine.
Right.
So I fought it a little bit, and then no matter how much money I made, I don't care if the check was 10,000 or 1,000. I did not know where it went. It just, like, God took his hand off, and the devourer just started coming. So I was like, didn't matter how much money I was making, didn't matter what opportunities were there through this music. Like, I went up to Ice-T's mansion, and I was up there with the Loonies and Ice-T and all kind of other stars, and it was just a horrible situation. All the pictures I took got lost. It was just like everything
I did.
that
memory.
Everything. God, I mean, here's the ultimate. I don't even think I told you this last time. So, but it's here. So
yes.
The ultimate is, I was about to sign a very large contract to be a producer. The label that I was at just bought a huge hotel, and they were going to build my studio, and they were going to build everything, and I was going to sign the contract. It was, that deal with the devil's contract that everybody knows about. And there was some other stuff too. It's a long story. But a couple days before, and actually on the way, got the notice that the hotel burned down. Burned down. Whole label went bankrupt and stopped. They moved out of California, and it was over. And God was like, how much more I got to do? How much more I got to do? You're not going down this path.
Wait, Spec, that is scary, bro.
Yeah, it's scary. Yep.
I mean, your dream, ever since as a child,
it's crazy.
This is what you
now I'm
dreamed
about to
about
culminate. I would never have to worry about money again. I'd be set. I was on my way to sign this deal with the devil and produce his music forever. And God was like, I thought I told you that gift was mine.
Wow.
And he was, so I'm on my way. Whole hotel burned down. They leave town. My mentor says it's pretty much over. And at that point, I was like, okay. But here's the thing. Those were father figures to me. When God did that, it proved that he was the best father figure.
He was the best.
He's the best father figure. That's all you want as a young dude with no guidance, no father. You want somebody to snatch you up. You want somebody to say, where you at? You want somebody to say, come home. You want somebody to care. And like when God did that, I was like, this is the father that I've always wanted. And so it served a dual purpose. However, I didn't know that there was a Christian rap industry at all, or Christian hip hop, or even any cool hip hop at all.
So how did you get involved into? Because I mean, you're leaving a very successful career in the secular realm, and you're making money, right? Obviously, like you were saying, things were going left and right. But I mean, you had to battle depression or something. How did that transition go from secular hip hop to Christian hip hop, and how did you discover Christian hip hop?
It's crazy. It's crazy you said depression, right?
Yeah.
Because at that time, I didn't even realize it, but that environment was actually driving me crazy. So when that happened, I was on Prozac, lithium, Synthroid, and a whole bunch of other medications.
Did anybody know about this?
Nah. But my mom was sending me to the doctor, and the doctor kept prescribing me stuff because it was driving me crazy, that environment. And I think it was just because God was in me battling, and the devil was battling, and it's such an internal battle. I was on all these medications. I was like zoned out. Lord knows where I would have been now. But as soon as that happened, that broke that summer, God was like, all right, you can stop. And I was like, what, stop? And I stopped taking medication. I've never taken another medication in my life. Wow! It was crazy. So you talk about how the transition went.
Yeah.
It was violent, and it was real. And it's long lasting, but always went to the Grammy Awards because I was there, so I didn't have anything to do that year because I wasn't in it, but I went to the Grammy Awards, met Flame through a friend. He had just started Clearsight Music. He was nominated for a Grammy Award for the last album he did with the Cross Movement, and he needed a single. I wrote a single, I had a single I was writing, and I submitted it to him. It was Surrender. It was one of his biggest radio records. And he hired me as an A&R and started following me in St. Louis.
He didn't build a relationship with you before. He felt.
I just met him twice.
And that was it.
Yep.
And he believed in your work before he even heard your work.
Anything. It was crazy. I literally met him at the Grammys, and I gave him some beats. Nothing happened. He came to Sacramento about a year later, and he was like, that single. He was like, I need it. I'm just starting my own label. And I gave it up to him, and it was a hit, and we started working together ever since.
And let's fast forward to you today.
Yeah, man.
Now you are a different Lamontt Blackshire, aka Spec.
Yes, sir.
Now you're covered with a new identity.
Yeah, man.
And you discovered this identity, and you're here at the International Christian Film Festival. I heard you talking to the audience about the music industry, and you're giving great advice. Even when we talked about earlier behind the scenes about, you got to put in 10,000 hours before you can even be considered. Elaborate more on that conversation that you had during the panel here at the International Christian Film and Music Festival.
Well, this is great, man, that Christians are realizing that music needs to be merged with visual media. The number 2 search engine is YouTube.
Right.
So visual media is king right now. The Instagrams and the thing. So people always need that to go with it. So this is dope. We had some panels talking about the merger of the two.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about things like working hard and making sure that you have to, here's one.
Yeah.
So to be recognized and successful in a talent-based business, you have to be better than 90% of everybody else.
90%. So whatever happened to being different or being more creative, is that part of the 90% that you're talking about?
It could be. But let me give you an example. So Jerry Rice, which is one of the greatest wide receivers of all time.
Yeah, if y'all don't know, Jerry Rice played for the 49ers.
Bay Area.
And he was the man. That's
Bay Area again. Look up the championships.
Come on. I know everybody, Randy Moss and all those other guys, but Jerry Rice was that one-hand catch football player. Keep going, Spec.
So Jerry Rice, I heard him talk once.
Yeah.
And he said he was a horrible football player. He almost got cut from the team multiple times. Jordan tells the same story.
Yeah.
So he said how he battled that is he worked harder. So he showed up early to practice, left late, even on days off and on summers, he found people to practice with, and he practiced harder, and it made him the greatest. So talent plays a part, and innovation plays a part, but a lot of it has to do with the muscle of your brain.
So you're talking about as far as working, your work ethic. You know, it's funny, early on Facebook this morning, I just posted this post. It says, what does this word work means to you? Because the late Dr. Miles Monroe says, work means to become.
Oh, I love that.
And the most profound thing about that, as you're cultivating what God has instilled in you, that allows you to see the purpose in your life. And he also says, your frustration is what leads you to purpose, not your joy.
All of that, right? All of that. That's beautiful. You'll never get stronger lifting a feather.
Say that again, Spec.
You'll never get stronger lifting a feather. To get stronger, you must lift something that resists you. That you have to go
resistance.
Right, come on. So I love that. I love that. When people say the word work, I get excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, things to do, something else I can put in, another opportunity for God to bless, right?
Right.
A lot of people, when you hear the word work, they just, oh my gosh, right? They get sad. So here's the thing, but we were talking about this too in the second panel, is purpose. Once you find your purpose, that doesn't mean it's going to be totally easy and smooth, but you find so much joy in doing it that it's not grueling.
That's why, Spec,
that's why find your purpose.
That's why it gets me so tired when people say, I'm going to retire from this. You cannot retire from your purpose.
No.
You cannot retire from your calling.
No. You can decide to stop doing it.
You can stop doing it, but you can't retire.
No, you can't retire. You won't be able to stop doing it.
Right.
But I just love, like when you create when a company creates a toaster, it is created to toast toast. So if you try to get that toaster to microwave, it might be able to heat that thing up, and it might look like it's doing what a microwave can do, but that's not what it was created to do.
So what you're saying? Hold on, Preacher Spec. Okay. Because right now, listen, we about to get ready to receive this tithe and offering through his Cash App Spec. Okay. So what Spec is pretty much saying is, you could be trying to do something that looks like your purpose, but it's not your purpose because that's not how you're meant to operate.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on. The Creator created you to do certain things, specific things. And a lot of this frustration in your life is him trying to get you on that path.
Yes.
And you're trying to go this way and that way, and he's like, nah, that's the path. But it's beautiful. So, and it's a journey.
Yeah.
So it's not a destination.
And you know what, I talk about that journey. Let's talk about before the show end. I want to get this because, of course, we're going to do behind the music
we're good.
with Spec, because I need people to know more about who you are and not the things that you possess, because you can leave your possession, but the main thing that God uses in us is our legacy, basically who we are. Beautiful. So let's talk about this journey as far as your new show that you have 2 seasons already you're preparing for, and you have it here at the International Christian Film and Music Festival. Break it down for us. Tell us a little bit about it.
This is crazy. If you would have told me in high school that I would have been a Grammy-nominated, stellar-winning, #1 Billboard chart-topping record producer, I would have said, no, I'm going to be an architect. But now it's God's will that I'm that.
Yeah.
Now, if you would have told me in the midst of my career that I was going to be a filmmaker, actor, co-host, and film producer, I would have told you no.
Yeah.
But here I am, one of the official selections of the International Christian Film Festival for a documentary that I made, legendary documentary that I made in Israel, with some artists that we created an album in Israel using the sounds of Israel, and we were the first organization ever to get clearance to record on the Holy Land sites.
Wow.
So that was phenomenal. Also, I have a travel show that's coming up called Fly Guy.
Man, you're doing it big, man. You fly and you got a show named Fly Guy.
Come on, this guy, man. So first of all, I do my best.
Yes.
And but the travel show is amazing, and I can't reveal everything, but it's gotten some looks from some pretty important people, so that's really great. And then there's my series called Cling I'm co-starring in with Kim Cash Tate, which is a best-selling Christian author. She wrote a show, and I got cast as the co-lead character.
Wow.
And the first season is up, and it's doing super well. Greenlit the second season, so we're recording the second season now, and that's doing, you know, really well. And I got a couple other projects in the thing. So it's all visual media. I'm doing the soundtrack. So the soundtrack for Cling was like number 27 on Billboard.
Wow.
And just God is doing wonderful things.
I mean, you're doing it big. Do you have a trailer?
Yeah.
And so, okay, let's take a short commercial break right quick, and let's go into this trailer, and let's check out this amazing show by Spec.
Wonderful.
We'll be right back.
Thank you.
We're going to the Holy Land with Israel Collective to write and produce a record. I can't wait to see what happens. It's going to be crazy. The lyrics that we're coming up with are directly related to here. I guarantee you, if we would have not been here, these lyrics wouldn't have happened. That's why we are here. That's why we didn't write anything before we arrived. So God can speak to us through this place.
Hey, hold on, y'all. I'm about to record something. Feel like I'm living the photo.
When I was 12 years old, God started giving me a desire to travel. I would just look through my mom's encyclopedias and I wanted to go.
I feel like I'm gunning the raid. I know what I'm doing, I say. The money would coming like cake, but never enough on the plate. God trying to give me the break. I say maybe some of the day I'm whipping the whip to the grave. But then when he got me,
Are you excited about this?
Yes.
Yes, she is. We'll be right back. Fly guy.
me life, now I'm lit with no candle. Hated my life, I was empty like a vandal. They could've gave me life, no parole, I'm a vandal. How many of y'all ever needed a second chance? Though, you got me?
Let's go.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. I told y'all Spec has so much going on right here on the Reflection Show, and we were so excited to just catch a glimpse of what the greater things that are coming out. So, Spec, you know, welcome back on the show, and I'm so thankful to be able to share this wisdom with you, man. You know, Spec, before we end this show, I always ask the person sitting in that chair, there's another Spec looking in the mirror, and they need to be impacted, influenced, and inspired.
Yeah, man.
And you have the platform to do it right now. What would you tell that other person on the side of the mirror?
Okay, so interesting you asked that. So I was searching for what to say, and I was thinking about it, but God has something different for me to say today.
Yeah.
So if this is for you, it sounds cliche, but it is about purpose. So I just shut down my whole record label and production company because God told me to do that and to move into visual media in faith. I had no idea the blessings and the things that were going to start coming to my life. And if you would have told me what was going to happen when I did that, I would have done it super easily. But this is what I've been doing since I was in high school. This is what I've been doing for 20 years. It's how I feed my family. It was a very difficult move. But when God gives you a word, it's not just for just prosperity. It's not just for to make money. It is because that is what He created you to do. That's what He wants you to do at this time. You are not your own, and your gift is not your own. Even your time, your talent, your treasure, everything is not your own. And I honestly spent a lot of time in my career, pre and post, giving my gift to the Lord, doing what I wanted to do, and doing what I thought would be the best for my career. But peace came when I just surrendered it. So if you're fighting God, you're not going to win. I invite you to surrender to what you're being led to do and watch what happens.
And Spec, let's say you're sitting on the couch and you're looking at yourself, you're reflecting. What is it that you would have told Spec a long time ago when you were in that place and you needed someone to pull you out of bondage? What is it that you wanted someone else to tell you in that season as you reflect?
That God is the master of time. From a very, very young age, I always felt like I didn't have enough time. I would neglect a lot of important things trying to accomplish God's will.
Yeah.
But God is the master of time. And so he is not thwarted by you taking time with your family, or taking time to pray, or taking time to read your word, or taking time to help somebody, or taking time to serve your local church. These things aren't like, oh, well, now he's doing that, and God is like, I'm not going to give it what he did. It was when I started taking the time to do those things and
Right.
being an honorable man,
Yeah.
that the other things I was hustling for started dropping into my life.
Wow.
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and its righteousness.
Wow.
And all those other things will be added. That the
Yeah.
Gentiles seek. So it's not even a good look for a Christian. That's not even what Christians should look like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was, I didn't even realize, like, dang, to the outside world, I just look like a Gentile, like a hustler, like I'm just working too
Yeah.
hard. So it was a beautiful thing, man.
Wow.
That's
Guys,
what I tell that dude.
this is Spec, the man. If you don't know Spec, man, make sure y'all check him out on Instagram, social
you.
media platform, Spec House.
Yeah, man.
Y'all check him out.
Yeah, man.
Go to teamspechouse.com.
Yeah, man.
Check him out, man. He is a phenomenal, brilliant individual. As
Thank
you
you,
can
bro.
see, that's doing great things for the kingdom of God. That's doing great things to really help people to find their purpose in life. This is Ramsey Rizard on The Reflection Show. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, your experience matters.